One, let me get straight into this lesson, but I'm gonna play you some Folly. This is what the 2/3 do. That's why they don't know shit, and these some of the same demons that be on our coming boards trying to correct us. Watch this. And you see right here, this the congregation of the dead. This is what they spend their time doing, Folly. You know what I'm saying? All these jakes out here don't know shit, but a lot of them will say they believe in so-called God, and their role, they'll say, I put that on my mama, right? Showing you that the curse is on Jake heavy. They don't reverence their father because a lot of them don't even know their father, right? So let me get into this other video. 1 second. But matter of fact, let me play a little bit more of this so you can see this Folly. Second one. And you see what it is, right? This is Issachar. You got the Issachar. You got the tribes out there fully into Folly. Now, what is to come out of this? You know what I'm saying? This is a lot of them, that's why people don't know shit. They don't know nothing because they spend their time doing shit like this. Give me 1 second. Get into this video. So this is why most of these jakes, right? You go to these videos about Folly, you know what I'm saying, doing pranks, joking. It has millions of hits, right? But when anything that's dealing with something serious, something that could build our people up spiritually, they don't got no interest. That's why our videos don't have that many views. And they go to show you the mentality, right? The mindset of our people. They're in the congregation of the dead. This is the 2/3. They finish, right? They serve no purpose here. And this is why most of our people got a very short attention span. They, social media has dumbed our people down more. It has shortened their attention span. And our people been miseducated. They've been told what's important and what's not important. The jakes that's at this, whatever, the street fight or whatever, they think this is important to them, you know what I'm saying? But the thing that's really supposed to be important to them is unimportant to them because they've been miseducated. Their mind is like the mind of a elementary child, right? Give me 1 second. Play this.
Of the Negro by Carter Godwin Woodson is a seminal book that examines how The Miseducation of the Negro by Carter Godwin Woodson is a seminal book that examines how African Americans were impacted by the education system in the United States. The book was written in 1933 and is considered a classic of African American literature. Woodson's main argument in The Miseducation of the Negro is that African Americans were not receiving a quality education that was suited to their needs. He argued that the education system was designed to keep African Americans in servitude and the African American community was hindered by the lack of quality education. He argued that, due to the lack of education, African Americans were not able to realize their full potential.
Well, there you go. So our people don't know who they is. That's why they do shit like this. Counterproductive things that mean nothing in a big grand scheme of anything. That's why they, into the bread and circus. That's why they into a bunch of folly, doing pranks, watching prank videos, watching, celebrity drama. They into that, you know what I'm saying? Because their mind has been groomed, right, to be in a childlike state of mind. That's why Jake don't take anything seriously.
Woodson argued that, instead of an education that would prepare African Americans for the world, they were instead taught to accept a subservient role in society. He argued that the education system should be more focused on teaching African Americans to think and to develop a sense of self-reliance. He also argued that the education system should be more focused on teaching African Americans about their own history and culture. To counter this,
well, their own history and culture is the Israelites, but they don't want to accept that. They want to go by they want to be black people, and they want to be Mexicans. Going back into that first video, you ask these jakes what's their ethnicity, they're going to say, I'm a black man, right? You ask the Issachar, so-called Mexican women, what's their ethnicity? They're going to say Mexican, Hispanic. Don't have a clue who they are. They just involved into some folly. Play the rest of this.
Miseducation. Woodson proposed that African American educators and scholars should create their own schools and learning centers. He also argued that African Americans should be taught to celebrate their heritage and to take pride in their accomplishments.
And their heritage is their Hebrew Israelites, but they don't want to accept it. They don't believe that, right? they can't comprehend that because their ass destroyed for lack of knowledge. They don't know anything. They just know, like I said, let me go back to this video right here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you something. Bunch of degenerates, right? You got a bit, you got weed smoking air, you know what I'm saying? Bunch of wickedness going on, right, among these jakes. They don't have no interest. You ask these jakes, let me play some of this. You ask these jakes in this crowd, what's their ethnicity? They gonna say, I'm a black man, and they gonna reference their mama, right? And you ask these Issachar women right here that got the boxing gloves on, what's their ethnicity and what's their purpose in life? They can't tell you, right? They're gonna tell you try to get the bag or whatever. Give me 1 second. And while they doing this, you got Edomites that's planning on taking over, you know, um, real estate companies. Learning about they just talk differently, and it was designed to keep you miseducated, mentally. For as the so-called school system, also to keep you one of the biggest things to keep you miseducated on religion, spirituality. And that's why they set up the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Christian pastor to keep you miseducated, right? To keep you lost, to keep you never finding out the truth. These guys were set up by the so-called white man. And that's why you got a system of degeneracy with our people, right? Tattoos everywhere, so on and so forth. Madness, a lot of adultery going on. They shoot them up kids out there, drug dealers, you name it, right? And then you ask these people in that audience, right? You go ask them, do they believe in God? And most of them gonna say, yeah. But what they talking about is this. This is what comes up in their mind when they say, and they gonna say the J name too, right? This is who they comes up in all these Jake's mind in this crowd, in Issachar too, right? And all the other tribes that was out there. It says miseducation. It says the meaning of miseducation is poor, wrong, or harmful education. And one of these things they do is indoctrinate you with these. One of the first ways they miseducate you is telling that you black, Mexican, Hispanic, Native American. These are the forefront into them indoctrinating you, giving you a fake nationality. Now, once you got a fake nationality, they can tell you anything after that point, right? That's how you indoctrinate people because they don't know who they are, right? We'll tell them they're Hebrew Israelites, and they'll say that that's a group. Jake don't try to figure out what we saying. They don't try to figure out what's going on. It says right here at the top. It says to educate people in a. It says miseducate. It says it's to educate people in a way that is not correct. Right? He said the party was. They give me an example. He said the party was systematically miseducating the masses about the revolution. So they give you fake history. They give you history that's pretty much propaganda. They lie to you 24/7, and Jake is mad at us. But these ninjas don't know anything, right? They just know to go to a so-called church, right, and praise so-called white Jesus, and that's it, right? Let's see what else we got here. Check this out. It says miseducated at the very top. It says, let me go back here. Salaki. It says the fact or process of educating people in a way that is not correct. It says the program is an attempt to eliminate miseducation and stereotypes, right? So how people been miseducated, the main thing that has messed them up is the so-called religion system, right? They gave them, you never let, or only a fool will let his enemy educate him. Let's go to that figure of speech. Let's go there. Give me 1 second. I think this is right here. Right here. It says, only a fool will let his enemy teach his children. That's the quote, Salakia. And that's why you got a generation, they purposely make these schools subpar, give you a messed up education, and really you're not getting educated. You're just getting indoctrinated. And our people are so fucking emotional about everything. Everything sets them off besides them knowing the truth. They don't get mad about them being lied to. They get mad because, we're calling this out. We saying that this is unacceptable. right? But they go to show you the failure of the Christian so-called pastor. The Christian pastor was set up to miseducate you. That's why you ask them one holy day in the Bible. They couldn't tell you, right? They couldn't tell you one holy day in the Bible that they say they believe in. They couldn't tell you that the Bible, they don't, it's a lot of stuff, right? Trivial stuff. Like what was the Old Testament so-called originally written in? They don't know, right? We know it's Hebrew, but they don't know that. They think it's English. A lot of them don't even really know what English is. They don't. It just it goes on and on, right? So let's go here. So it leads to their ignorance, right? Hosea 4:6. I'm gonna kind of break the scripture down. I'm gonna highlight the a very important part of this scripture. It says, "My people are destroyed," right? So you got to pay attention to every word. My people are destroyed. Why are they destroyed? For lack of knowledge. That's why our people so destroyed. Lack of knowledge. When you lack correct knowledge, you could be lied to. You could be miseducated. You could be misled and you don't even know it. Right? Read that again. My people are destroyed. But why? For lack of knowledge. What is knowledge? Right? Facts, having a thorough understanding on a subject. When our people rebuttal with us, they speaking from what they've been taught, not what they've studied, right? What they've been taught, right? In the so-called Christian church. All right. It says, because thou hast rejected knowledge. So when we do bring the knowledge to our people, they reject it. They'll say, not my God, not my J, right? Now y'all making this up. Y'all a hate group. And it's all these things, these rebuttals that they've been taught, right? Engineered to rebuttal with. And they don't even know they doing it. They don't even know they brainwashed. They don't even know they sick. It says, I will also reject thee. So that's why you got some called the 2/3. They're going to perish on this side for their lack of knowledge because they're not interested in the knowledge. They're interested in, going to a weed infested street boxing match, right? Right? With a bunch of folly going on, right? That's what they're interested in. You look at these videos of folly, it's millions of hits. They go to show you where the minds of the people are at, right? You look at our lessons, it's just a small amount of views, which we don't marvel at that. That's just the way it is, right? It says, "Thou shall be no priest to me." That's why you got the unrecognizable people. The 2/3, they Israelites by blood, but they don't have no resemblance of the Israelites. Like, you know, they have no resemblance. They almost like heathens. That's what they are, right? Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. So our people hate correction. That's one of the biggest things they hate. It says, I will also forgive thy children, right? So Jake is destroyed. Let's go to this word destroy. It says ruin someone emotionally or spiritually. It says are spiritually. So our people have been ruined spiritually by not understanding the Bible correctly. They have many different um, philosophies in their mind that they've been poisoned with. You got Jake. It's like a million different false doctrines that Jake is all into. And sometimes what they'll do is mix them in. Some of them will start learning some of the truth and they mix it in what they've been taught. The woman is the weaker vessel. So a lot of times, a woman, how she was raised in the society, the things that she was taught, like in the world, she's want to bring that emotional part and that indoctrination inside the truth because it meshes in with her feelings and emotions, right? Emotions, right? Right. So I have more, but I'm running out of time. Let's see what else I need to hit. Uh, I think I'm just gonna leave it there. But that's why people are spiritually dead. When you spiritually dead, when you're dead, right, you have no life in you, right? No life, no spiritual life. That's why people don't understand the simplest things in the Bible, right? It's like a, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's insane, man. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakat Kwadash. Shalom.